Where could Overwatch's next map be? We've been hunting throughout the game, comics, and animated shorts for any reference to what could be coming next, and we've got some interesting ideas to share with you. Our first prediction is an Australian map. Lots of maps have ties to playable characters and their stories, so with both Junkrat and Roadhog coming from Central Australia, it seems likely. It could be set in Junkertown. This is home to the Junkers, a cutthroat society that resides in the outback. This area of the country is an irradiated wasteland that's almost uninhabitable. However, a lawless society has sprang up in the shadow of the Omnium that was destroyed by the Australian Liberation Front. A group of rebels who sabotaged the Omnium's fusion core, causing the explosion that devastated the entire region. The next map is likely to be either an escort or an assault map, as we've had a new control and hybrid map already. I can see either mode working somewhere like this, with the attackers starting in Junkertown and working their way into the wreckage of the Omnium. It would also be super interesting to see an Omnium in game. There is another continent we haven't had on a map as well, South America. Brazil and Rio de Janeiro in particular could be a likely candidate. This is home to Lucio and also features in the Symmetra comic. There is plenty they could do with the map's design, showing both the hyper-developed areas being worked on by the Vishkar Corporation to the favelas where recently a fire took hold and Lucio was raised. There is a lot of story in this city, as well as iconic landmarks we have seen in animations. However, while it's not really a full map, the Lucio Ball event during the Summer Games was set in Brazil, so that might be all we see from this area of the world for the time being. Another potential location is Watchpoint Grand Mesa. This is a former Overwatch watchpoint set in the Rocky Mountains. After being abandoned by Overwatch, it's now controlled by Helix Security International, the security firm Pharah works for. It's also where Soldier 76 stole his pulse rifle from. We've theorized in some of our lore videos that Overwatch was able to end the Omnic crisis by quarantining God programs. In Egypt, Helix Security guards the God program Anubis. Could another of these AI be locked away at Watchpoint Grand Mesa? If so, it would explain why Helix are stationed there and could blend into the story nicely, as we know Sombra already has an interest in God programs and Helix Security.
I'm going to find a way through Helix's firewalls.
Another likely location is South Korea. Up until now, D.Va has been the most isolated character lore-wise. While most of the other cast know who she is due to her fame, she doesn't really have any personal relationships with anyone. Other characters might be more distant from the main story, but they still have a connection to at least another hero or map. So could a South Korean map bring D.Va into the fold? The story in the region is that they are still plagued by a giant Omnic that continues to rise out from the sea. D.Va and the other mecha pilots are able to keep it at bay, but the machine continues to adapt and remains an ever-present threat. Perhaps if it was an escort map, it could be about delivering a new weapon to the mecha team to help them defeat the Omnic. India is another feasible location, in particular the city of Utopia. After the Omnic crisis, most of India's population was displaced and new cities had to be rebuilt. The Vishkar Corporation built Utopia using the same hard light technology Symmetra uses in-game. An entire city created like this would be quite the spectacle. The dark and nefarious nature of Vishkar could also be a theme throughout the map. It has a clean and elegant appearance, but underneath, something much darker seems to drive the business with little regard for those crushed beneath it. The final possible location we have found is not even on the planet. The Horizon lunar colony on the moon was developed by Liu Cheng Interstella and was previously home to Winston. However, when a group of genetically enhanced gorillas that were being experimented on at the facility got loose, they killed the humans and Winston was only just able to escape. Could we have a map set on the moon base? Could the apes still be in control, or maybe the mission of the map is to reclaim the base from them by deploying a weapon? Another space-based location could be the Interstellar Journey space station. This recently launched satellite has been suffering technical difficulties, so perhaps there is potential for a map inside the station. Do you think any of our guesses for the next Overwatch map are right? And if not, where do you think it'll be? Maybe Paris? What about the ruins of the Overwatch headquarters in Switzerland? Let me know in the comments below. As always, this has been Jason for Curse saying thanks for watching, and enjoy the game.